Hi everyone. Good morning to all of you. Good afternoon and good evening, wherever kung nasaan man kayo sa parte ng mundo. Magandang umaga, magandang hapon, magandang tanghali. This is a session for getting started. Ay, hindi. Ito pala to. Next pala to. Sorry. Hi everyone. Teka, check ko lang ha. Excited, 'di ba? Nagsisimula pa lang. Bagong gising. Shoutout muna tayo sa ating mga viewers on this session. Magandang umaga po sa inyo. I'm just checking with our comments. Okay. So, para po ito sa ating gagawin na session for Adobe Portfolio. So, kung meron po sa inyo na gumagamit ng Adobe Portfolio o wala pa sa inyong gumagamit ng Adobe Portfolio, it is about building your online presence. So, paano ba yung ibig sabihin ng online presence? You will create websites or portfolio websites on this session. So, ito po yung ating gagawin in the next hour. So, my name is Roland Banes. I'm the training director, co-founder of Creative Nation Academy. I've been doing these sessions for a lot of years already. So this is some of the badges that I've been accomplished throughout the years. Some of the photos of our actual trainings that we conduct on schools because we have created sessions for educators in our Adobe roadshows. As you would see there, we've been to a lot of universities. We have also created a program here in the Philippines for us to have more certified Adobe Creative Educators. As of the moment, we have 35,000 plus members in the Adobe Education Exchange. All of them are Filipinos. Around 10,500 plus Adobe Creative Educator level 1s and 300 plus level 2s. We have been a partner by design, the first and only here in the Philippines. So we're going to have our next session on October 7, which is, if you're interested, you can easily join that session, which is getting started as an Adobe stock contributor. This will enable you to monetize your content. Yung mga kung kayo po ay photographer, kung kayo ay videographer, kung gusto niyo pong ilagay yan sa Adobe stock on which you can get monetization or pwede niyo ma-convert into to actual financial gain, you can check out that session na gagawin po natin sa October 7 next month at the same time, 9 a.m. here sa amin sa Creative Nation Academy. Kung hindi pa po kayo subscribe, please subscribe to the channel para po matulungan nyo kami na makapag-create pa ng mga bagong content katulad po nito. Okay? So, if you're on TikTok, ako po ay nasa TikTok right now. You can easily check out our content sa TikTok. If you go to tiktok.com at Roland Banyes, I have lots and lots of videos or even a video series that you can check into para po sa inyong mga gusto matuto ng Adobe technologies, and even design technologies or design techniques dun po sa ating TikTok channel. Okay? So, ano bang gagawin natin dito? Again, we're going to create portfolio websites based from the things that you have created. In my case, I have two portfolios under my belt right now. As you would see, I have my designer portfolio. I also have my teaching portfolio because I'm also a designer slash teacher slash IT professional. Kung meron nga lang kung na-document ko nga lang lahat ng IT works ko simula nung 2003, I would definitely create that one. But right now, I can only handle two of them. And bakit natin ginagawa itong session na to? It's aligned with properly with the goal of our company, which is Creative Nation Academy, to elevate the status of the Filipinos to create for the world. Dahil naniniwala kami na talagang ang mga Pilipino ay sobrang creative to the sense that we want them to we want to also push the change for this mindset na we can globally compete in the creative industry world para po sa atin lahat. And this would be a mini workshop in this sense, because I'm going to do the activity, and then if you have time on your own, you can follow along, as you would see here in that would be the format of our session. And this will be our coverage. As you would see here, we only have three things. One would be an introduction to Adobe Portfolio. I'll be giving some of you the context. Ano bang meron sa Adobe Portfolio? Ano bang pwede natin magawa diyan? So yan po yung gagawin natin. I'm going to have slides for this. So you will have context. Again, lots and lots of demos. How will you build your site from scratch? And if you have questions, I would highly appreciate if you have questions on our chat box. Kindly put it there. Sasagutin po yan as much as possible. And let's proceed. This is the introduction for Adobe Portfolio. And a little bit of history, because Adobe Portfolio has been around since a very long time. And this was acquired by Adobe Systems for a whopping 100 million US dollars in December 2012. So almost a decade from this based from this recording, it has been a fundamental part of what we call the community building ni Adobe, or ng Adobe Systems, to get more creatives into this ecosystem of Adobe Creative Cloud. Together with that, I would like to share some of the strategies for building your portfolio. Some of them would be very practical, because it will give you a bird's overview of how you can create better portfolios on your own. Okay, so number one would be gather as much as possible the best work that you want to showcase on your portfolio. Get it onto a folder, categorize it into a specific like segment. If you're doing 3D illustration, if you're doing vector graphics, try to categorize them para po mas maganda yung inyong arrangement when you're going to execute this into Adobe Portfolio. Number two would be showcase the work that you want to be paid for, because for example, if you want to be paid for as a 3D artist or 3D designer, just focus on that. Okay? Uh because sometimes if we do not give it the well intention, yung actual na gusto natin mangyari, sometimes it would be misinterpreted as a showcase portfolio for a specific multimedia range. Okay? Number three would be enough from the personal projects, because if you have personal projects, that would be good, but it's not always the best thing to highlight. Again, if you check out number one, you have to curate based from the best ones that you have. Personal projects can be somehow best for someone if you're just starting your portfolio. Kung kayo po ay nagsimula pa lang ng inyong portfolio, that would be great. Uh, Work done is half, and the other half is presentation. When you have your works already gathered, okay, it, again, it's half only of the equation if you want to present it in a matter of uh, much more much more elegant in that sense. That's why we're building this in Adobe Portfolio. Give them a hint of your progress, because one technique that you want to implement in your in your storytelling with your portfolio is that you want to present it from scratch, or even on how you ideate the process, because people would like to see how the story is unfolding right in their very eyes, as you would see. So give them a hint of the progress. For example, if you have sketches, if you have rough uh, prototypes, you can easily do so and put it on your portfolio. Okay. And then six would be mindful of the words you use, because when you're building a portfolio, try to showcase some of the some of the concise or actual uh, words that you want to give emphasis of. Okay, so that is some of the strategies that we can implement in building your portfolio. And let's talk about the whys. So, bakit tayo gamit ng Adobe Portfolio? There are a lot of platforms that you can use for building your portfolio. For example, some of you will be using DeviantArt, ano pa ba? Dribble. So, these are some of the reasons. Number one would be Portfolio or Adobe Portfolio comes free with every Adobe Creative Cloud subscription. As always, if you are a Creative Cloud subscriber, this is already built in, or by default it's free for your subscription, so wala na kayong babayaran pa, as you would see here. And it's tightly integrated with Behance, which is another part of building your portfolio, because something that you update on Behance, it's already updated on your Adobe Portfolio. Ganun po kaganda yung integration nila with each other. And if you're using Lightroom, Adobe Stock, or Adobe Fonts, it's just a matter of click before you can just implement a specific font. Papasok po agad yan dito sa ating Adobe Portfolio. The next one would be, it's a simplified editing workflow. I'm going to demonstrate to you kung paano siya kadali. It's just a matter of clicking buttons. But be mindful that clicking the buttons has a repercussion on the front end, or what we call the updated live view of what you're trying to do. And uh, I also noticed that there is a way for you to add your own hosting, which is if you have your own domain, let's say filipinoartist.com or juandelacruz.com, you can easily integrate that into Adobe Portfolio para magamit nyo po yung actual branding nyo, and then use Adobe Portfolio in conjunction with that. Okay? And unlimited pages with password protection, because if you want to secure your specific like segment of your work, you can easily do so using password protection. That's one great thing. And if you have prospective, let's say, uh, if you have prospective clients, you can easily give them the specific pages with the password with them, so they can easily view that. So that is some of the advantages of using Adobe Portfolio. So what's included? We have lots and lots of elegant themes that you can easily choose from, as you would see here, and I will demonstrate later on. And in terms of pricing, you can easily get the most cheapest one, or the most affordable one, which would be 498 per month as of this recording right now. And again, if you're using Creative Cloud all apps, it's around 2,600 plus if you're on the all app subscription per month. Okay? So what's again included inside of this plan? You have access to the Photoshop photography plan, which is, as I mentioned later on, this one, 498 pesos. What's included? It's the access to Adobe Portfolio, the access for Photoshop. If you're using Photoshop, you have access to that. If you're using Lightroom, you can easily use Lightroom on that. Photoshop, Behance, and Stock, and even Adobe Fonts. Again, lots of time-saving integrations that you will easily take advantage of. It's also designed with responsive in mind, and as you would see later on, if you're doing this to target mobile devices, tablets, it would easily fit on that category without any coding whatsoever, making sure that this looks great on any device. And lots of customizations that you can easily use, such as adding images, text, stylings, photo grids, integration with Lightroom catalogs that you have, or Lightroom photos inside of the web interface. using of video if you want to embed videos on this, audio, or even actual embedding of a website, you can easily do so. Adding CTAs, call to action buttons or buttons itself, social icons such as a way for you to share your connections, such as Twitter or X or YouTube channels, social media pages. You can easily do so. And even the greatest thing is you can get your chance to have contact forms on your Adobe Portfolio to get more leads as you go along with your creative career. Okay, and again, you can get password protection even from the simplest pages to the whole website. You can easily do so. So let's get started. And as you would see, I have two websites or portfolios that I have on my end. I'm just going to switch to my web browser here. As you would see, I switched to my web browser here. So let's try and check for creating a new one. In Adobe Portfolio, you have options to get five, correct me if I'm wrong, I think five websites that you can, five portfolio websites, as you would see here. You can create up to five sites. I'm going to create a third for this activity. Let's click on new site. And you can use the following elegant themes, as you would see here. As you would see, you can easily check on, for example, let's use this one, Sawdust, or this one, Thomas. I'm just going to click on that. And here is the preview of your upcoming Adobe Portfolio page or website. As you would see here in the screen, you can easily simulate what it looks like if you're on the tablet mode. As you would see here, I'm just going to click on tablet. And if you're trying to see how does it look if it's on a mobile device or phone device, let's click on that. This will easily emulate your designs or your template using this. Okay, so let's go back and switch to desktop, and let's click on use this theme. Okay, so the great thing about this is if you have your own Behance account, you can easily import your Behance account into a new website that you have on your own. Uh, Hi, Sir Rolando. Good morning. So this one is already creating on its own. I'm just going to jump into my Behance account. Let's go to behance.net. And when you type behance.net, I'm just going to type it on our chat box here. If for all of you to get access on this, I'm just going to type it here. Okay, so you can build your own easily portfolio if you go to behance.net and then go to your Behance profile. As you would see, I have my own Behance profile here. You can easily check this out. I'm just going to copy paste again this one. So if you want to follow me on my Behance account to check out my creations, especially those updated ones. I don't have any updated design portfolios right now. So as you would see here, directly in Behance, you can easily click edit Adobe Portfolio and it will go straight to your site on which you can easily edit it on your own. So in my case, I'm just going to go here. And what we have created right now is a sample portfolio based from my Behance account. So, ganito po siya. Kung kayo ay meron ng Behance account, just populate it with the designs that you have. Again, based from our workflow that I have said earlier on, you can easily do that. And as you would see, this has kinopya na niya yung aking mga designs galing sa aking Behance account. So, it's really fundamental or importante na meron kayong Behance account na inayos nyo na, as you would see here. So, this is the actual page that you will be seeing and also a reflection of what I have on Behance. And let's go here. And as you would see, I can add more pages to what we have right now. I can create custom pages. I can have like a welcome page for your full screen experience if you're trying to sell your services. If you want to just create an album, online album based from Lightroom, you can easily do so. You can create a collection or even a link to externally navigate from one site to another. That's how easy it is. Let's click on page, and as you would see, I can easily do so like a sample page here. Sample page. Let's navigate this and put this on our work destination. Let's click on create page. And after doing that, you can easily create your sample page. And it's so easy and simple. You can easily add your images. You can add your text. Let's say, for example, I'm going to add an image here. Let's say some of my work using Firefly. Let's click on open. That easy. It's like using Adobe Spark or Adobe Express on the web version. So that's how easy it is. You can edit the page itself. Let's say let's make this Adobe Firefly Designs. Let's edit this one. Let's go. Edit is page info. If I click on that, you can easily edit the page. Let's say Adobe Firefly case studies. Easily do so. You can enter the page description on which you can more provide more details. Let's say this is a album of designs, generative AI designs based from Adobe Firefly, for example. Let's just do that. Okay. So you can add your specific page date. You can ask. You can have like custom fields right here. This is a custom field. As you would see here, this is the second custom field, which is number 2. And we can put some keywords. For example, let's say this one is Firefly. We want to have indicators on our website para makita siya agad. So let's do Firefly, generative AI. Let's just put on that. This page contains adult content. If you have like more sensitive information or visually or graphic designs that's not age appropriate, you can easily do so by flagging this. In my case, mali yung spelling ko. Let's just put on this. Let's correct this one. And you can easily click the preview here. And if I click on that, you can easily check how does it look on the live view as you would see here. Yeah, let's check on that. That's how easy it is. Okay, let's go back and back to edit. Again, you can easily navigate onto what specific sizes that you have. You can specify if you want to check for, let's say I want to add more here. I'm just going to edit this again. You can easily click on the edit. And right now, if I'm here on the page itself, I can easily edit the page. Let's add more things here. Let's go back here. Let's go to pages. I'm just going to load the pages here on Adobe Firefly. Let's click on that, edit page. You can easily edit the URL if you want. Let's say sample page, Firefly showcase. Okay. And the great thing about this is that you can easily disable something on your actual page if you want by using the toggle switch here. In my case, I'm just going to go back here and I can easily add more things here. Let's say I want to add more images here. I can easily do so. Let's check on this one. I have 2 of them already here. If you want, you can add more designs. Let's click on the page container if you want here. Let's click on page container. You can add Margins, as you would see here. Let's add more margins here, left and right. So we could have like a center one here. Let's say 8 again, something like that. If you want your top margin to have more like padding, or you can easily do so. You can check the publish site. If I want this to be happening, let's click on that. And this will easily be on my Behance website or Behance portfolio, on which you would see that I have the following URL. You can click on back to editor to make it more easy. Let's go back here. And after that, I can easily navigate, and if I want, I can like disable the logo, because this one is like a landing page for me. I can easily do so. If you want your existing page to be a landing page, I can just easily remove the navigation for this page to be a landing page. You can easily do that. A lot of settings that you can easily do here. Let's disable the page header. If you want, you can easily do that. Back to top, this button, you can easily disable this if you want. So you can see this is like powered by Adobe Portfolio. Let's go back here. And this is the universal look on all of this. Let's add more components here. This is the back on top. I can add more components here if I want. Let's click on page container. I can easily add more things here. I can add the page info. Let's click on that. So you will see that would be the case. I can also add more things. Let's go back to the page info. And you will see that if I click on integrations, I can add my Lightroom photos here. Let's click on add albums. And this will easily jump into my Lightroom catalog, as you would see. I can easily add my albums here. In my case, I do not have lots of Adobe Lightroom uh, collections here. So you can easily do so. Let's click on that. Let's click the website container. You can easily check on the layout options. If you want this to be aligning the navigation from left to right, let's click on this one or this one. You would see that this will enable you to switch which of the navigation is being present. In my case, this is like aligned to the left. Let's go back to teams, and as you would see, I can easily switch from one team to another. Let's make this on O's one. Use the team. Let's click on that. And this is already a redesign of my Behance portfolio by just clicking on that. Okay? So I'm not going to do that in my case. Let's go back here, and let's go back and add a new page. Let's click on custom page. Let's try another one, editing page in portfolio. Let's click on create page. Ayan, how are you all doing? Kamusta po sa ating mga nanonood sa ating YouTube channel? Good morning po sa inyo lahat, lalo yung mga late po na dumating. Uh, I'm now on a new page on my portfolio site. I can start again by using lots and lots of components here. Let's click on image. You can add again, let's say this one. After that, you can add more of this. Okay, I'm just going to undo this. If you want, you can add, example, a video here. Let's click on social icons. You can easily do so. If I click on the plus button here, this will enable me to add more in this page. Let's click on this. You can add, again, an image. Let's try all of them. Okay, let's click on here. Let's add a text here. I can add this is a gallery of all the Adobe Firefly designs. Okay, let's go back here. You can add more like photo grids if you want to. Let's click on that. I can add my Lightroom photo grids here just for the sake of demonstration. Para po sa atin, let's just add this. Some of the things that I do right now, say some of my recent photos that we have. This one, some of my talks right now. Let's click on that, select imported. Okay, so that will create me a photo grid. It's just that easy, right? Madali lang po ba? Madali lang? Click on that. I can add more here. Let's create a video here. If I want to access the actual video that we're using right now, I can easily do so. I can copy the live link right now and paste it here. Or you can get your own movies. In my case, I just have lots of like CNA workshops that I have conducted throughout the past. Let's click on that. Let's see this one. I think this one. Okay. Let's choose a smaller one, which is this one. Click open, and this will be uploaded into Adobe Portfolio. As you would see, your file is uploaded successfully and being converted to web-friendly format. Let's continue to add more. As we wait for that, you can add audio if you want, similar to video. You can embed a web page on your own. Let's say, let's click on embed. Uh, on the embed code, I can just copy and paste from, as you would see, from community platform, the Adobe Spark, Adobe Voice, Adobe XD links, Facebook. I can easily do so. Let's add a Facebook link here. Let's say this one. I'm just going to open a Facebook link here. I'm trying to check if I have like embed ones here. Okay. Let's check again here. Let's add more components here. Let's add like a button. Let's click on that. Let's click this, edit this button. Let's click on this. And by the way, if you want to add more like margins, add more columns, you can easily do so. Let's check on subscribe to CNA. Let's add this one. Let's go to our page or our Creative Nation Academy. Let's go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Creative Nation Academy. And let's try to simulate or check this out later on. You can specify the font being used here if you want. You can easily switch from one to another. Let's go to Futura. And you can specify the padding, the weight, the height, some of the state, for example. If you want to have like an outline, you can easily do so. Let's add a hover here. Okay. So let's check on this. Our next one would be this one, which is we already have social icons. You can easily switch from one to another if you're just going to drag and drop it here. Let's check. Let's check. Oops, does it work right now? And let's drag and drop. Reorder page contents. If I click on that, this will enable you to shuffle your components. As you would see here, I'm just going to shuffle this. Save new order. As you would see, this already has shuffled all of this. Let's click on the last one, which is the contact form. If I want, or I can easily create a contact form on the fly on the first one. This will enable you to be messaged by Behance by using this, as you would see here. You can easily edit this one if you want to. Let's say add more components. Let's say let's click on customize. If you want to add a custom field, let's say mobile number, if you want, you can easily do so. Let's try to check this out. Try to edit the label. Let's say mobile. Let's click on done. And lots of options that you can easily do so. If you want to retarget, kung gusto nyo pong ilipat yung email address kung saan siya pupunta, you can easily do so. Form fields, specific defaults, you can easily add them. Submit button and submitted message. You can easily type in your custom message. Let's thank you for reaching out. We will send a reply in 1 to 2 days due to volume. I'm just going to check this. Due to lots of inquiries, for example, say this one. Due to volume of inquiry of yes, inquiries. Let's click on the color. If it's not on brand with your colors, you can easily do so. In my case, I'm just going to use our orange one. Let's click on done. You can easily choose the font that you want. Let's say Proxima Nova if you want. Let's make this bold. Let's click on done. And as you would see, this will be done on your custom page. Okay? So let's try to check this out. Let's go and update the live site. Let's click on that. And just that easy, you can create your own portfolio page. Let's wait for a little moment for this because it's already updating. I'm just going to copy and paste this for you all to check on our chat box. If you have questions, feel free to do so on our... Ayan. Okay. So my site is now live, and this will give your students just easy access for them to just create their work, showcase their work. I'm just going to click on editing page and portfolio, the one that we have. As you will see, all of my designs or our layout is, if I click on that, this will go full screen. I just click on that. This will give you the preview of what we have here. Okay. Click on that, close that one. This is the video that we have. It's already playing as an MP4 file. Diba mas madali siya? It's so simple to do, so easy to work with. And if I click on subscribe to CNN, this will open a new page as indicated on the previous one that I have input. Okay? And the next one will be a form, the form itself. Let's type in the necessary information. Roland. Let's put an email on this. Let's say my corporate email at creativenation.ph. Let's try to check that on my email. Testing your form for client leads. And the mobile number would be this one. Say 12345678890. Okay, let's click on submit. And this will give us the prompt that thank you for reaching out. We will send a reply 1 to 2 days due to volume increase. That's it. That's how easy it is for you to create a landing page or even your portfolio page by creating a series of photos or adding your like a storyboard on your designs. In my case, I have, as you would see, I have lots and lots of pages on my Adobe Portfolio. Okay, so let's go back here, and I'm just going to check on my other works. Let's go back here on my Adobe Portfolio. And if I'm going to type portfolio.adobe.com, let's go back to the main folder page. You will see that I have now three of them, three out of five in my collection. I can easily like delete this if I want, or you can custom name this one. Let's say, for example, I don't want this one. I can easily like click on uh, the three dots. I can easily create lots of settings. For example, if I want this to be my default website, you can easily do so. And if I want, I can easily click on delete site because this one is not. This is just for test environment demonstration purposes. Let's click on delete site. Are you sure? Let's click on confirm deletion. You can easily do so that. And with that few clicks, we have created and also deleted a site. So you can have lots and lots of um, personas. Let's click on my teaching portfolio, as you would see here. Let's check on that. And I want to highlight some of the things that you I would let's, for example, this one. I think we covered a lot of ground already. Okay, so let's click on the settings here, and this is where I talk about connecting a domain. For example, if you want, you can easily purchase a domain here. You can easily connect your domain here. You just need a help of a web developer or your webmaster if you're in the 90s. Or you can customize your specific domain or site subdomain. In my case, I have this one. If you want, you can also access some of the homepage elements. For example, if you want to get creative with your 404 or page not found, kung meron po kayo mga hindi nakikitang uh, pages, you can easily reroute them to another page if you want. In my analytics, if you're doing Google Analytics, you can just copy and paste your analytics code here or tracking code. If you want to anonymize your IP addresses, you can easily do so. Search optimization or SEO, you can add your specific metadata. In my case, let's say teaching, educator, Adobe teacher, Adobe expert, Adobe instructor. So you will be easily be search if you're on Google or any search engine. You can easily do so. Let's say generative AI, designs. Just feel free to add lots and lots of keywords for your meta description, or I'm just going to copy and paste this on our meta keywords. Let's add to that. You can add your description here. Let's say you can use AI for this if you have. And if you want your site to be not published or to be indexed, you can easily uncheck this. And this allow search engines to index my site or automatically submit site updates to search engines. If you want to be very aggressive, you can easily do so. That one. Let's go back here to custom meta tags. You can add more custom meta tags here. If you have your favorites icon, you can easily do so. Let's say in my case, if I want, I can add my favicon here. I have this one, which is a small thumbnail of my face, as you would see here. Let's click on open. Okay, let's click on. If you click on done, that's final. If you want to have like a web clip icon, you can easily do so. Social sharing thumbnail, site options, password protection as I specified. If you want your password, if your site to be password protected, you can easily do so here on the main level. Let's say if you want to password protect this, or in my case, I don't want this to be password protected. Cookie banner, you can add your cookie banner on the top of your portfolio page. You can easily do so. You have something like this, or sa baba, or on. Okay, this is to this is to say that the website or your portfolio website is asking for cookies. You can easily do so like that. You can add consent links. For example, this one is accept and decline. In my case, I'm just going to uncheck this. Store website styles. If you have website styles that you already create, or if you want to unpublish this site, you can easily do so. For example, if you're doing maintenance work for this, you can easily take your website offline and unpublish the site. For example, you have sensitive information that you are currently working on, or a specific like if a specific way to take down your site for like any content that you want to restrict, you can easily do so. And in our account and registration, as you would see here, I this is integrated to my Adobe account, or you can use another Adobe account in this manner. Let's click on done, or I'm just going to click on cancel. Okay, so again, we have lots and lots of options that you can do. Let's click on. I have given you the option for pages. You can easily disable or enable some of them. For example, if this, or you can easily categorize them if you want. As you would see here, I have lots and lots of categories here. If I go to integrations, you can easily integrate this here. You can add your collections. You can add Adobe stock profile to share your collection if you are a contributor. In my case, let's try to check this out. This will be in line with our next topic, which is the contributor, how to be an Adobe contributor, as you would see here. Okay, let's click on that. Let's try to check it here. I don't see any like integration of this. Oh, let's just leave it here right now. Okay. Let's go back here and let's go to themes. Again, you can check the themes that you can use. Mine is I can easily switch from one to another. Let's click on like Thomas here. Let's click on Thomas here. Switch the new theme. Let's just check what does it look how does it look like if I'm going to switch from one to another. I might need a slight revamp on this. Whoa. Okay, so it doesn't work. Okay, because I have lots and lots of pages here. Let's go back here. So let's get back on our previous one. I forgot what's the name of my. And again, the settings here. You can easily check what account is your what account are you using for. Let's go back and let's check on again the themes, because my on my end it doesn't work that well. I think this one is my default one. Okay, continue editing. Okay, so that's done. Update the live site. At first, it's a bit overwhelming because, as you would see, I have lots and lots of assets already here. If you're just starting on your own, very easy from you going forward. You just have to upload it with hands, and automatically it will be connected to your Adobe Portfolio. You just have to share the actual link to your Adobe Portfolio, and that's it. So you don't have this. There's a lot of stress for you to just to learn code and to design a lot of things on the website, and on the website. Let's click on view site. And as you will see, this is my portfolio for my teaching. Okay, so that's easy it is to use Adobe Portfolio. Again, you can easily use that using your active Creative Cloud account. This one is also new. If you go to creativecloud.adobe.com, if you're using the desktop version, this is also equivalent to your web version. It's like a mirror site, as you would see here. So kindly check it out. If you have time, you can go to creativecloud.adobe.com apps that all desktop. I'm just going to paste it here so you can also check. Okay, you have access to all of your design applications. And I'm going to switch back to my preview. Okay. So again, you can use your custom domains if you want on your Adobe Portfolio site. Adobe Portfolio is one of the best solutions if you want to have a personal portfolio, but you don't want to put too much work on it because it's really hard to do coding. Uh, if this is some of the recommendations on the full extent of Adobe Portfolio, yung tipong ano ba hindi kaya niyong gawin sa Adobe Portfolio at ano yung kaya niyong gawin sa Adobe Portfolio. If you're a developer and if you're coding, this is not for you because it doesn't offer a lot of flexibility. Let's say if you want to integrate like APIs, if you want to have actual coding, there's no such thing in Adobe Portfolio. So this might not be your proper solution, or probably you're having your own like WordPress, or even your own custom sites. This is not for you. If you are constantly adding if you constantly want to add big features, for example, like live streaming features inside of your portfolio site, that will be not included on this. Another one would be if you want to own all your data and paranoid about it. Because if you're using Adobe Portfolio, this is already publicly declared, or all of the assets will be publicly available. So if you're that one, this Adobe Portfolio is not for you. And if you hate Adobe products, I know some people who hate Adobe products. This is not for you. Okay. So some of the supported browsers is that it works in a lot of the recent browsers, as you would see here: Chrome, Firefox, Safari, and even Microsoft Edge. With the following exception, that if you're on Safari, it's only available on Windows. Okay. So again, I'm just going to give you the workflow. Plan your objective on your portfolio, such as what type of branding that you want, like colors, or what messages that you want to give to your receiving end persona. You can easily do so. Client services: prepare your assets. If you have your photos already, on our step one is to organize those one. You have to add text, videos. And number three would be to get your Adobe ID, because you need your Adobe ID for this type of service. Actual building of the site, as you would see, I have given you the demonstration of this. And number five would be publishing and getting the word out. It's not enough that you have your portfolio site, you have to promote it. If you have networking events, if you have like designer conventions, you can easily put it on your card or on your social media to getting the word out. So just to promote your designs. And some of those file supported formats, or the supported file formats that you can do inside of Adobe Portfolio is the following. You can import PNG files, JPEG files, GIF files, and video files as much as possible. This ones like MPEG, MP4, with the following resolutions: 360p, 576p, and 720p. I think if you that will be the case. Again, these are the main components that I have demonstrated previously. We have page elements. So the main one would be the main components, page elements, and then the structure itself. Okay, so that's the hierarchy. Again, if you can check out this by going to portfolio.adobe.com. I have not yet like copy and paste this on the chat box. Okay, let's paste on this. Let's go back here and create beautiful websites free with Creative Cloud. And if you're using the free starter plan, you can easily use this even if you're not paying for the subscription. Pwede niyo po siya magamit kahit hindi kayo gumagamit ng wala kayong subscription. I think it's just like limited to a specific degree. I think you can only have one website for this, so that will be a limitation that you have to discover for yourself. Because if you're like me, if you have like other profiles that you maintain, you can easily do so. Okay. So again, I just gave you a demo on this. I built a site from scratch or imported from your Behance account. And if you have questions on this session, you kindly do so on our chat box. If you're watching this on replay, you can definitely comment on this video, and I will answer this as much as early as possible when I read pag nabasa ko na yung inyong comments. Okay? So for your e-certificate, I can just type it here. For example, I'm just going to type it on the website itself. Kindly check this one. Kindly check our chat box for this. I'm just going to flash it on the screen para po dun sa gustong kumuha ng ating e-certificate. Feel free to do so. This one is the website. You can go to this. I'm just going to open this on another tab. Okay. Go to tinyurl.com/CNA eCert. This is the page itself, CNA eCert 2023. And if you press enter on that, this will enable you to get your e-certificate for this session. You just have to type in your information accurately, because if you do not type your information accurately, it will not go properly. In my case, I'm just going to click on next. Just answer your information, for example, your right email address, the actual topic that you have attended, and after that, you can get your e-certificate. Just read it through. Basahin nyo lang po mabuti at intindihin nyo yung exit form for you to get your e-certificate. Okay? So this has been another public service to all of you who's been watching our Creative Nation Academy YouTube channel. Again, thank you for being here in this session. Maraming salamat po sa ating mga nanonood at sa mga manonood po ng ating session. Again, my name is Roland Banyes. I'm the training director, co-founder of Creative Nation Academy. You can connect with me on my links. If you go to LinkedIn, Facebook, or even X or Twitter at Roland Banyes. Again, subscribe to our YouTube channel because it gives us the way for creating more content such as this one. For the support of this channel, thank you for all of you. And this has been Building Online Presence using Adobe Portfolio, recorded on the 30th of September, 9 a.m. here in the Philippines. If you want, you can easily let me know if you want to have your ACE Education Roadshow on your schools. If you're interested to be an Adobe Creative Educator, kindly send me a direct message or an email. So looking forward for all of you who's going to be on our next webinar, the free webinar, which is Getting Started Adobe Stock Contributor. This is a series that I've been doing for the last like 3 years right now. So I'm looking forward to seeing you on that, because this will give you much more leverage on what you do and to monetize your work. Okay. Again, have a great day. Have a pleasant weekend. Stay safe, everyone. God bless. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.